Okay, we're looking at the elf town, the southernmost town, located in the Oriental province or zone or region. I just want to show you guys a quick look at the architecture and just a quick area that I've been playing in recently. I want you to take notice of the scope, of the shadows, of the environmental graphics, and the detail that's gone into the handcrafted world. Right, here's the bank. You can open it up. You can open the clan account or the personal account. Here's my personal account. You can have bags within the vaults. I have a bag for armor, weapons, and resources. I'm gonna go ahead and I've just been out hunting, so I'm gonna put away all my loot that I've received here. Putting some shields in and some armor. It's always good to have backup gear in the game. You never know when you're gonna die and you're not gonna have anything left over. You don't want to find yourself having to scrounge around for gear to go back and get into the action. The more gear you have in your bank, the more ready you'll be. Okay, now let's look at the clan bank. You can see it's a much larger bank. And our particular clan, Clan Haven, has several bags. We've devoted one to weapons, just like my bank. One like armor and resources. And I'm going to go ahead and start loading up the guild bank with some of the better weapons. I kept some of the crappy things for myself. And got a great two-handed weapon, lots of extra arrows, some armor, stuff like that. I want to show you guys the mounts now. You double click the mount in your inventory, and where your crosshair is aiming, that's where your horse will appear, and you have to run quickly and get on the horse, or else somebody can take it. The mounts handle really well in Darkfall. There's kind of a force feedback almost, if you can imagine it, where the horse's movements aren't instantaneous, but your character really leans into it and you get a feel as if you're really riding the mount. And there's clipping in the game. You'll hit things, you'll notice you can't go through them, like that. You can lean to the right and to the left, you can jump. It's kind of wonky in the game when you jump on mounts, so the animations there are pretty poor. But overall, I'd have to say this is the best mount system that I've seen in an MMO to date. Alright, the backbone of the crafting system is the ability to harvest resources from the wild as you're out hunting. To mine wood, for example, you pull out a hatchet from your inventory, and you run up to a tree. And then you click, left click, and your character begins to chop, or to perform whatever action is necessary to remove the resources. That attempt failed, so I didn't get any wood. But you'll see there's trees all around. Some of them I can mine, or harvest wood from, and some of them I can't. Usually the bigger trees for sure, and sometimes some of the smaller ones. Okay, let's try to get some iron ore from this rock. It says that it is metal, which means I'll get iron. Just like the tree, you go up, get close enough, and you start mining. The mining in Darkfall and the gathering of resources in general is kind of tedious. I wouldn't say tedious, it's just a lot of work, more in that you have to spend a lot of time doing it. But it pays off. You're able to use those resources to craft. And also, most bushes like this will allow you to harvest herbs and things from them. And the last little bit that I want to show you guys is this cave we've come upon. Our guild group of Haven went out to decide to hunt hobgoblins. We decided we want to kill them because we'd seen some good drops in the past. But inside the hobgoblin town, we discovered that there was a cave. And we went down into the cave and followed a network of tunnels and eventually came to this underground city. It's something you don't usually see in an MMO. You don't find these random places to explore, at least in today's games. We're crouching because we want to lower our aggro radius. We're not even sure if this works. We look kind of silly, but hey, we're noobs. This is my first time here, so we're just going to look around. And it looks like there's hobgoblins. Hobgoblin veteran, hobgoblin grunt. And if they're like the other hobgoblins, they have a huge aggro radius. Yep, we've aggroed too, so I'm going to pull out my magic wand and I'm going to start casting spells at them. I hit with both of those, but my damage with spells is pretty pitiful since I'm in heavier armor. We're going to try to get these guys down. They're very tough. Given our current gear, we can't really let them beat on us very long without blocking, and when we block, we lose a lot of stamina. So I'm going to pull out my two-handed sword and try to parry a few blows with active parrying, and just try to get in there and chop them up. I'm one of the more heavy armored of the bunch here, so I take the least amount of damage. I'm at about almost to 50% health now. We got one down, but I am at 30% health. I need to fall back here and regenerate because I'm pulling a lot of aggro and I'm getting shot by one of them in the distance. Usually running off is enough to have them turn. There's really no taunting in the game that we've seen so far, so it's really whoever the mob wants to attack. And how we do it, our strategy is whoever the mob's attacking, we have that person block with a shield, which mitigates usually about 95% of the damage or more. This goblin's almost down here. Alright, that's group combat in Darkfall.